Welcome everybody. My name is Abhishek Patel. I'm a QA engineer and test automation consultant and founder of Webion Systems. So last week I was exploring this tool Cypress.io and found pretty interesting. It has all the features to develop the robust UI automated test cases for your Chrome browser. And on top of that, it's open source. And you know what? If you are coming from Selenium WebDriver background, and have used protractor in past, then using Cypress is just cakewalk. Okay, so Cypress is completely different from Selenium WebDriver, and Cypress is not just another flavor of Selenium WebDriver tool like protractor or APM. This is completely different tool, and it bypasses this JSON wire protocol layer. It just directly talks with your Chrome browser. Okay, having said that, let's start how test cases look like and what the test structure is. So after you download this Cypress and install and set it up, it has a pretty good guide how to do that on their website cypress.io. If you go to your installing Cypress, it has a very detailed guide how to install the Cypress, and it's pretty easy to install the Cypress in your environment. And once installed, first thing you have to do is start your test runner. So it is important you have to have your test runner up and running in order to run your test. So how to do that is npm run test. This will open up your test runner, and test runner is a UI which shows what test you have in your test suite, how many tests you have in your test suite. Also, you can access a dashboard with result, which it has all the results. You can also change or select the browser from this drop down. Okay, here this is Firefox 72 beta and Electron 80. So here I've chose to run my test on Chrome 81. Okay, now let's see how a test look like. So if I go to this login test, I have this couple of tests I created, and it has this describe and it block. This is coming from JavaScript's Mocha and Chai framework, and it's pretty same as how you develop your test script in Protractor. Okay, you can see I have this couple of test cases which follows describe and it block. Also, you can employ this page object model of Selenium WebDriver in the Cypress too. So here I have this Mercury tour page objects where I have recorded all the web objects and associated actions. And here I have Mercury tour test where I have the test related to that page. Okay, for example, for this login page, I have all the locators recorded as well as their associated actions as well as their actions. Okay, similarly, I have this flight page for which I have all the web objects recorded as well as all the actions. And inside this Mercury tour test, I have this find flight test and login test which are associated to my Mercury tour page objects. Okay, so you can even write this, you can develop like this, which is pretty neat and clean. Okay, moreover, it has this fixtures folder inside which we can create the JSON files. So this file contains the collection of test data. Here I have this username and password which I am using inside my login page. Here it is, cy.fixture. By the way, cy is the global object which allows you to access all the API of Cypress. cy.fixture example, this is the name of the file and the data inside the file, data.username, data password. You can create any number of files you want, and any number of data, test data you can put inside your fixtures folder. So by default, Cypress will look for test data inside your fixtures folder. Okay, and what else? Okay, It has this cypress.json file which is used to configure your global variables, for example base URL, project ID. So this is a config file for your whole project. Okay, and in last we have this package.json file. This package.json file has all the information about your project, as well as here you can create these profiles, test run profiles, and by which you can run your test according to the command. And inside this script you can create these test profiles. Now this all these commands they are well articulated on their website. So if you go to the cypress.io, and here inside inside dashboard, not here, and inside this command line, if you open up this, it will show you how to run your cypress.io from command line, right? It's pretty easy and it's in a very much detail. So I would say the documentation is on point. Thank you, Cypress, for writing such a neat and clean and easy to understand documentation. Okay, and also, what's a good thing about Cypress is it has this mechanism to retry your test, or under the hood, this Cypress will retry to find this object when it doesn't find immediately. So it won't just fail at the first time it doesn't find the object. Instead, it will try for 4 seconds before failing. You can override this 4-second configuration inside this cypress.json file, and all the information about overriding or configuring is inside this reference and configuration. Here it shows all this. See, here it is the global and base URL where you can set your application's base URL inside this cypress.json. This is what I was talking about. Default command timeout is 4 second time in a millisecond to wait until most DOM based command are considered timeout. This command inside your cypress.json file, and you can override it. All you have to do is copy this command, go to your Cypress, and here in the double quotes default timeout, and make it from 4 second to 5 second. If you are working with a slow application and you think 4 seconds is pretty low, then you can change your default command timeout to 5 seconds, right? Moreover, you can login button takes more than 5 seconds to load on your page. Okay, it takes more than 5 seconds to load on your page, and by changing that 5-second default timeout 5 second, will change the timeout for the whole project. But you don't want it to happen, you just want to change it only for this login button. Okay, then you can just do like this, comma, and give say timeout and give a proper number, 2000, or let's say 8000. So what this will do is it will wait for login button till 8 second. It's not hard wait. If your button is found within 3 seconds, then the purpose of this timeout is served and it will click on that login button. cy.get username object, it will wait for 5 seconds because that's the default timeout of your project. But for cy.get login button, it will wait till 8 seconds. Again, this is dynamic wait because we have explicitly mentioned about the wait here. Okay, so this is how you can write the waits, dynamic wait for your buttons or all. Moreover, it also has this amazing inbuilt default assertions. For example, let's say cy.get and any object, any web object, and you can assert it by saying should. Okay, should, and should have that dot have length, and here you can see Cypress offers number of commands which is useful for default assertion. Okay, should have length, then we have this should be visible, should not be visible, right? B dot, and here we have whole exhaustive list of default assertion provided by Cypress. So this is pretty good. Moreover, you can write your own explicit assertion by expect true dot true dot be true, right? So you can even write your explicit assertion, or you can use the Cypress default assertion. Okay. Now you can run your test by clicking on this test and clicking on this spec files. For example, login test spec file. If I click on this file, it will open up and run my login test. So as you can see, my test passed here, and moreover it has this before all tag in my framework. Inside this support folder we have this command.js where you can write your before or before each, after and after each tags for your test cases. You can find more information about all this tag on their website cypress.io, and these tags are coming from Mocha. And also here, this is the unique thing about Cypress. So once you run your test, when you hover over on the test steps, it will actually show you what happened. For example, get what happened username. So as you can see, it is highlighted here on the right side of the screen. I have this username input text field which is highlighted. So when I hover on type, it says what happened. It typed Mercury inside the username input field. Similarly, second thing was here on sixth step is get password. It got the password field and typed the password which is Mercury. And the eighth step was get login button, which it got and clicked on the login button, right? And then form was submitted, page was loaded, and the new URL loaded, and it asserted that new to this URL should contain Mercury reservation, and that was found in the test, and hence test passed. So this is the time travel feature of Cypress, which is pretty unique and kind of really helpful if you want to debug after the test run. So you can also run this Cypress test from command line, which provides or which enables you to integrate your Cypress into the CI/CD pipeline. So here npm, here I have to write npm run run. So this is the profile I created. So when I type npm run and provide the name of the spec file that I want to run, and I want to run this login test spec file, so I will just copy the path. Okay, so I will just copy the relative path and will paste it here, and that's it. And if I hit enter, it will run this Cypress run head browser Chrome, and this is a spec. Hit enter, and this is how I can run my Cypress test from terminal. So as you can see, I ran this Cypress test from terminal, and here is the information that Cypress printed on my terminal. The version of Cypress, the browsers, the number of spec that found, and all the information one passed. Okay, so here it is, one passing, 18 seconds, all the information that is needed. Okay, so Mercury test, login test spec, yes, test one, passing one, right? All spec passed. Okay, so Cypress comes along with this dashboard feature where all your test run can be recorded on their dashboard. Here I have this command, record. Record, and okay, let me run all the spec files. Mercury tools. So this is the wildcard telling that run all the test inside this Mercury 2 test folder. Okay, so all this test will run and will be recorded inside the dashboard. And I intentionally fail one test case to see how result looks inside the dashboard. Okay, and here it is. The result is recorded on your terminal, in my terminal, and also it is recorded in the dashboard. I'll show you how dashboard looks. So in order to open up your dashboard, first thing is you have to bring up your test runner. So this command will bring up my test runner, and inside the test runner there is a tab called test. So inside this tab runs, click on it, and this is the one which ran like 2 minutes ago that we ran. Okay, no commit found. Click on it, log in with GitHub. And here is the complete information about your test run and what happened, how many test cases failed, and all the other information. Okay, so that way all the test run will be recorded and kept inside their dashboard, so you can compare your current result from compare your current result and your previous result and your future result if you want. Here is the complete information. Okay, so 2 spec, 1 was failure, test result 3. Okay, this is the complete report. Find flight, select given options to find desired flight. This was passed to, and this was failed to. This I failed it intentionally. And when I click on this duration, here I can find a screenshot where it failed, as well as it also records the video at the point where failure occurred. Okay, here is a video where failure occurred. Okay, and the purpose of this video was to demonstrate the functionality, the features of the Cypress, and how it is useful in for you to develop the UI automated test on Chrome browser. So that's it in this video. If you have any doubt, or if you want a training on Cypress or anything, please contact me. My information is in the description of this video. And with that, I am ending this video. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time.